Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I'll be showing you how to master data manipulations using a package in R that is called dplyr. So dplyr is a very powerful and easy to use package that simplifies your workflow with data. So basically, when working with data, one of the biggest challenges is cleaning, filtering and transforming your data efficiently. And honestly, doing this manually or using the base R is very slow and sometimes very frustrating, and that's where the dplyr comes in. So dplyr simplifies how to select, how to filter, how to arrange or sort your data, and how to create new columns. I'll give an example of a sales data. Maybe you have two columns, one consisting of the cost price and the other one consisting of the selling price, and now you want to create a new column consisting of the profit calculation. So the dplyr will help you in all these data transformations with just a few lines of code. So let's dive in and unlock the power of dplyr. So let's go ahead and open our R Studio. So in my previous video I explained to you about the tidyverse package. We said it has other 9 packages installed in it, and one of those packages is the dplyr. So here you can either run the dplyr or the tidyverse. Any of them is very much okay. So today I'll be using a very friendly dataset that is called the analyst dataset to help you understand how we transform or how we manipulate our data efficiently. So let's go ahead and start by viewing our dataset that we've said it is called the iris dataset. So I'm going to run that, and as you can see, this is our dataset here. It has 5 columns. It has the sepal length, the width, the petal length, the width, and the species. And under the species we have 3 of them. We have the setosa, we have the versicolor, and we have the third one to be the virginica. Here it is. So let's go back here and start our today's role. So you're going to start by select. Number 1, I'll be showing you how to extract some specific columns. So let's say, for example, you have a very huge data set which has so many columns, and you're interested in only of a few of them. So how do you extract that? So in our data set that we have, which is the iris, I'm assuming out of the 5 columns that we have, you are interested in only 2, maybe the sepal length and the species. So to extract that, we use the select command. So just going to type the select, then you're going ahead to identify the name of your data set. Mine is the iris. Then you go ahead and type the name of the columns that you're interested in, that is the sepal length, comma, and the species. Then I'm going to run that, and as you can see, it has given me the 2 columns that I'm interested in, which is the sepal length and the species. So maybe we can save this to be a new sepal. You can call that a new sepal. So to save in R, if you're using 2 characters, that like mine, I'm using the new sepal, you don't separate those by leaving a space. We use the underscore. So new underscore sepal. Then I'm going to assign that using the less than and the minus sign. Then from there I'll copy this, all that, and I'm going to paste it here. Then I run that. So as you can see, it has been saved, so such that if I want to view that, I'm just going to use the view command again, then new sepal. Yes, control enter. Then this is the dataset that I've saved recently, which has the 2 columns, the sepal length and the species. So that's all for now. Let's go ahead and show you another thing. Say for example, out of those many columns, you want to remove only 1 of the columns or 2. Say for example, in my case, I want to remove the petal width alone. So to do so, I'm going to use the select command again. Then the name of the dataset is the iris. You put a comma. Then to extract a column, you use the minus sign. So minus, then the name of the column that you want to remove. So I want to remove the petal width. So I'm going to run that, and as you can see, it has given me out of those 5 columns, now we have 3, which does not include the petal width. So I've removed that. I can go ahead again and save that, but now that you have understood how to save, let me go ahead and show you another thing. So number 3, I'll be showing you how to select based on a pattern. Say for example, I want to select or I want to extract the columns that start with sepal alone. So to do so, we use the select command again. Then the name of the dataset is the iris. put a comma, then use starts with. As you can see, it has come here, starts with. Then I'm going to use the double quotes, then starts with sepal. Then I'm going to run that. So as you can see, it has given me the two columns that starts with the sepal, which is the sepal length and the sepal width. So that's all for now. That's all for about the select. I'm going ahead and I'll be showing you about the filter. So under select, we are considering the columns, or we are interested in the columns. But now when it comes to filtering, we consider rows. So number one, I'll be showing you, or I'll be filtering the values of the sepal length that are greater than 6. So let's see that. So we use the filter command like that. The name of the data set is the iris. You put a comma. Then the sepal length, we are interested in the sepal length values that are greater than 6. So let's run that. So as you can see, it has given me the values under the sepal length. You can see all these values here are greater than 6. So that's what I wanted. So number two, we can filter by category. So for example, out of the 3 species, we are interested in only one. I'll pick Setosa. So to filter that, I'm going to use the filter command again. Then the name of the data set is the iris. Put a comma. So we are interested in the species, and the species should be the Setosa. So I'm going to use the double equal sign, then Setosa should be the double quotes. So I'm going to run that again, and as you can see, under the species we have Setosa alone. So maybe you are interested in one of the in the species, we were interested in the Setosa, so we have filtered that out. So let's say for example, I want to show you another thing here. I'm going to copy this code here, then I'll be pasting it there. So I want to change this character here, and let us see what that means. So if I run this, it will not give me what I wanted, and the reason is this character here. So R is so sensitive when it comes to characters. If the character is starts with an lowercase, it should be the lowercase in your code. So when you put the uppercase here, it means the same. Yes, it is the Setosa, but it will not give you what you wanted. So number 3, we are going to do a multiple condition filtering. So let's go ahead and type there and use our filter command again. It should be in lowercase. So filter. The name of the data set is the iris. So I want us here to filter the sepal length that are greater than 6, and again under the versicolor species. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to copy this here. We are interested in the sepal length that is greater than 6. Yes, but now we are interested in the versicolor species. So we are going to use this and here. Then under the species, under the species, we are interested now in the versicolor species. So we use the double quotes and type there versicolor. Then we are going to run that. So as you can see, it has given us the sepal length. Yes, it's the values that are greater than 6, but now when it comes to the species, it is the versicolor which we are identified here. So that's all for filtering. I'm going next and I'll be showing you how to sort and to arrange our data. So basically, under sorting or arranging our data, we are interested in maybe we want our data to be in ascending order or in descending order. In ascending order, the values should start from the least to the largest, and in descending should start from the highest value going to the least value. So to sort or to arrange our data, we use the arrange command. So I'm just going to type the arrange. The name of the data set is the iris. Put a comma. Then now I want to pick maybe the sepal width. The sepal width. So under the ascending, you don't identify anything, just type by arrange, then the name of the dataset and the values of the columns that you want to be in ascending order. So I'm going to run that. And as you can see here, our dataset here, we've identified the sepal width. Under the sepal width, you can see the values are starting from the least to the largest value. So that's what we wanted. Number 2, let's see how we arrange according to descending order. So we use the arrange again, the name of the dataset, like that. Then under the descending, we identify that, or we specify that using the DESC. That means in descending order. Then I'm going to type the column that I'm interested in, that I want to be in descending order. Say for example it is the petal length. So petal dot length. Then I'm going to run that. So here we are. We have specified the petal length. So under the petal length here, they are started from, the values are starting from the largest to the smallest, from 6.9 all the way to 1.0. So under the arranging or sorting our data, that's all. So let's go ahead and see how we create now new columns using the mutate command. So when you talk about to mutate in R, we mean that we are adding other new columns. So out of the columns that you have in your dataset, maybe you want to add others, maybe the ratios, the averages, the means, and all that. So I'm going to show you that. So number 1, I want to add a new column in my data, and I'm going to call that the sepal ratio. And of course the sepal ratio should be obtained from the sepal length divided by the sepal width. So let's go ahead and create that. So we use the mutate command like that. Then the name of the dataset is the iris, you put a comma, then identify the name of the column that you want to create. So it is the sepal ratio. Ratio, and that should be obtained by dividing the sepal length by, so to divide in R, use the forward slash. We are dividing that by the sepal width. Then I'm going to run that. So as you can see, it has added a new column here, which is the sepal ratio. So the sepal length up to the sepal ratio, and when you confirm from your calculator, you will find that 5.1 divided by 3.5, this is the value that you're going to get here. So let's go ahead and create another column that I'm going to call it the sepal area. So you realize that when you have the length and the width, you can create, or you can calculate for area. So area should be the length multiplied by the width. So let's go ahead and create that column. So you're going to use the mutate command again. Then the name of the dataset is the iris. Then the name of the column that you want to add is the sepal area. And that should be obtained by multiplying the sepal length by, so to multiply we use this sign here, we're multiplying that by sepal width. Then I'm going to run that. So you can see it has added another column here, which is the sepal area, and when you multiply 5.1 multiplied by 3.5, this is the value that you're going to get. So let's say for example, now I want to show you the final thing, or out there about the mutate. We want to create so many columns or several columns in one page. Now you can see we are just creating one column in each page. We want now to create several columns in a page. So to do that again, we are using the mutate command, then the name of the dataset, then a comma. I'm going to click on enter so that I can make this so to be neat. So I'll be copying, because this is one of the columns that I'm interested in. I'll copy that, then I'll paste it here, then I'll put a comma, click on enter again. I'm interested in this column here too, so I'm going to copy that. I'll be pasting it here as well. Then I'm going to put a comma and click on enter. Then I'm going to create another one that is called the petal area. So the petal area again, area should be obtained from multiplying the petal length by the petal width. Then another column that I'm interested in, I'm going to click on enter again, is the total area. So total area should be obtained by adding the petal length. It should be an equal sign here, so like that. So the total area should be obtained by adding the sepal area, area. Then I'm going to use the plus sign. We are adding that to the petal area as well. Area. So those are the 4 columns that I'm interested in. So let's go ahead and run that. So control enter, and as you can see, it has given me the new columns that I've created here. We have the sepal ratio, the sepal area, the petal area, and now down here we have the total area. So I'm going to save that maybe as the new data. So let's go ahead and save that. So to save, I'm going to use an underscore there, so the new data. Then to assign, we said it is the less and the minus sign. Then I'll be copying all that from here to here. Then I'll be pasting it right there, and I'm going to run that. So it has been saved. So let's go ahead now and view the new data that we have. So we use the view command again, then new data, which is this one. Then I'm going to run that. So as you can see, this is the new data that we've created with the sepal length up to the species and the new columns that we've added. So this is the end of my final my video today. I hope you've learned a lot. So don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Bye for now. See you in the next video.